No, it's not that
I'm
one.
not going to
It's
say
not that one.
what.
Okay, okay. Oh,
No, it's not that one. He's very anti establishment. I do think that DL pours in up
his
and
whole
coming.
heart.
What?
His whole heart.
No, I don't know. I don't think so. But I mean, I do think that he supports. It's not like he's a hater.
I mean, if you
Uh,
look at like
it's just
his
it's just when we're talking about comedy and stuff, he's pretty neutral. Like so, I've never seen him bash a comedian
right,
unless there's like a beef. But it seems like if you say you believe something else politically, that he might dismiss you. Like, if you're a comedian with a different style, he's open to it and whatever. But it's like, just like some people, they might be Christians, and if you say, oh, you're a Muslim, okay, I'm not gonna talk to you. So that's what he has with politics. If you say you're a Republican, for example, I feel like he will say, okay, no.
right. But
But it's
if
just one
you
aspect. That's what I want to say. That's
but
what I
it's
want.
important because there's a lot of celebrities that for whatever reason they take that mantle where the right and Republican is like, I don't know if there that's where they draw a line. It's like, oh, you're a Republican. Oh, you're one of those right, and then all of a sudden you're like not a real person to them, or you're not a value to them. And it's you say political, but it's connected to so many other adjacent things. If you look at his Instagram, this is almost like what he does now. This is his message or his agenda is so much like it was hard to he's posting regularly as if he's now either going to head into politics or he's trying to help cultivate the minds of people. So he's covering it, or somebody on his team is. They are, and you have to spend a ton of time, and you have to be thinking like, okay, I'm doing this for what? Is it for the good? Is it because, like you say, you need to be right? What is the agenda behind getting into so many areas that are not a part of your field or paying your bills?
I don't think it's an agenda. I think he really believes. So that's the thing. I don't think it's an agenda. I don't think he's sitting consciously saying, okay, you know what? I'm going to say this. I'm going to say that. I think he really believes what he believes. And he really believes that the other side is evil and his side is good. I think that's the reason why. It's not because and I don't think that he's thinking he's doing something evil or
Yeah.
trying to mislead. It's I really think he
Yeah,
believes
I'm open
and,
to that because I
and
do. Well, yeah, I don't know, but I'm not. That's what I'm saying. I'm not sure why. What's the motive behind it? But if you're
well
saying it's
they ask him. So the reason I believe is, I believe he talks about it as much is, first of all, they ask him that a lot, but on his social media he also has a lot of um so if you look at his on his social media, I don't know if he changed it because I used to follow him. Now I don't know anymore. I just watch, let's say, his interviews and stand-ups and shows if he has any. But he's a very pro black person. Not only that, he's a very anti uh how do I say it without saying it? Very anti. No, I'm just so this is purely for
Is
the
it, is it,
algorithm.
is it this one? Is it this one?
No, it's not that
I'm
one.
not going to
It's
say
not that one.
what.
Okay, okay. Oh,
No, it's like it's not that one. He's very anti establishment,
oh, okay, okay, okay.
dominated by the white
Race,
people.
but people,
Yeah,
we
by
know
white people.
say
No,
that.
Oh,
by
oh,
white
oh.
people.
Okay,
So
white
it
people.
to him,
Okay.
it's really white versus black, and he's really focusing on the injustices in that area. So as soon as there's like that's what triggers him. So I don't necessarily believe that it's the politics directly that he's either blue or I was going to say white or black. It was either blue or red. It's more that he thinks he sees the red as a representation of
Evil.
the white establishment.
Yeah,
And so that's the reason why. So if he
Makes sense.
once that view changes, if that view changes, you will see that he will be more neutral. But
yeah,
as strong,
but that kind of is my point, because you're saying he's pro-black, but he's not pro-black if he's attacking Candace Owens. So so the red part covers the black because he's willing to take down the black if they're red.
so he's seeing, yeah, so he's seeing the red as a representation of the white,
Yeah.
right? And he's seeing every black person on the red side as being controlled or confused by the white. And so
Little
when
does
you
he know he's literally attacking the people intellectually that are a couple years either ahead or they're, at this point, I'm convinced for sure is people are like, oh yeah, the blue and red is the same, one wing of the same bird, whatever. Cool. However, if you actually go bullet by bullet and you dive deep into the topics, the ones that have more data points to prove a point are, it's going to be red. Like it's not really at this point. If it's not even a question anymore. I don't paint the picture as blue being evil, but I definitely don't think that any of their ideas to move any people forward, whether you're black, white, yellow, blue, like it will eventually hurt your people no matter what.
Well, I'll say is this, see Moses. The US has the black and blue. If you go to Europe,
no, don't. What do you mean black and blue?
Red and blue.
Black and blue is beating someone.
Right,
red and blue. Red and blue.
Right.
If you go to Europe, for example, or other countries, they're democratic countries, of course, not the dictatorships. But if you go to other democratic countries, there are multiple parties.
Okay.
So there are there. So in Europe, you see different shades. Of blue
and red
ideals, of blue, of what, so you see different shades of liberals and conservatives, different shades to choose from. So you can say, you know what, I'm not going for this one, I'm gonna go for this one because this one is too extreme and this one is not. But in the US, because it's like either this or that, people will more easily fall into the wrong way of thinking, as you mentioned, saying, oh, if that person is there, then that person is bad.
Yeah.
Because there's not like you don't have the different flavors. If you go to Baskin Robbins, it's like 31 flavors and you can choose whatever you want and you can combine it and create a government. You don't have those type of conversations in the US. In the conversation, for example, in Europe, you say, of course, well, because you have the libertarian, RFK, for example, but
it's coming. It's coming.
And what's interesting to see, and both have their positive and their negative aspects. Let me say that because it's not like it's like
it's not
the best one. It's not. No, it's not. It can actually be more confusing because there are more options. Just like when you go to Baskin Robbins and there are 31 flavors, you're probably going to choose what you always choose. You're going to go for what you always choose.
But as long as you're able to taste it and then actually tell us what it is versus just taste it, but don't tell us that it tastes like shit.
Yeah. Well,
like just close your mouth and smile. It's like, this is not reality. Taste it and say, okay, I like this. I don't like this. So where we are in America, and I think the rest of the world, don't even say you are blue, red, right, left. Just tell us how you feel, and we'll tackle the conversation. Because most of the times when it comes to politics, not most of the time, where we are now, politics is like you're talking about family. Now we're talking about two-parent household. How is that even political? That's just like, what do you believe? Do you
But if
believe
you
in mother and father? It's like, what? That's not a political stance. That's just,
Yeah.
my parents were married. I think humans should be married. That has nothing to do with the government. Like, that has nothing. But 2024 and where this is, whether it's one side or this side, just address the topic and actually try to find some words that apply to your real life.
Yeah.